Welcome back everyone to Captain of the River, where I am here with Boromir, Aefreath, and Menodir, where we're about to hear the story of why Boromir came here. My reasons are my own, stranger, but as Pinduin has proven a help to me already, I will trust that her friends are trustworthy. I will tell you the tale of my journey, as much as your fire seems to earn. I have seen larger, brighter, and warmer, but this has proven a cold land, and even poor fire is better than none. Oh.
It was in the days of June that my father Denethor, the steward of Gondor, called his sons to the White Tower.
Long has my father kept watch upon the black lands of Mordor, and his command the soldiers of Minas Tirith and never relax their vigil. The steward's commands are respected, as is right, but what man from the high walls of Minas Tirith could not see the smoke rising from Mount Doom, far away, and yet still too near? In the taverns of the city they named it a fell portent, and in the high chambers of the council my father agreed with his folk, though they knew it not. But none could have foreseen the onslaught that emerged from Mordor. A great force swept through Ithilien, driving our soldiers before it, and at Osgiliath we slowed its approach for as long as we could, and destroyed the bridge behind us. There was something strange about that battle, my friends. There were strange omens before and during the fighting, but neither my brother Faramir nor I understood its meaning. We spoke of them with our father. What does it mean, father? It means that these are strange times in which we live, Boromir. But it may be a message. Speak to me not of fairy stories. We have always measured our strength by the bright sword and the sturdy shield. And so we will today. I'm sorry, father. We mean not to question your wisdom, father. This much is clear to me, my sons. Gondor is strong, but even Gondor cannot stand forever against such evil. Can it be that the names of our legend may hold some key to defeating this enemy? Imladris. Can it be? My father is wise in ways that I could never be, for I am in my very bones a fighting man. The stories with which I grew up shaped me to be this. But the steward of Gondor must be a learned man if he is to guide the Gondor through such troubled times as these. What the name Imladris meant to my father he would not say, only that it was a place far to the north where lived Elrond the half-elven, who is said to be the greatest of lore masters in Middle-earth, canny and dangerous. Few or none in Gondor know where this place might be found, my father told us. My brother Faramir volunteered at once to seek out this place, and to ask Elrond half-elven if he might know the meaning of the many strange portents that we had seen in recent days. I knew the road would be full of danger, and took the journey for myself. My father was most wroth at my choice, and he argued against it, but at last he gave me leave to depart. He must have seen that I would find the secret dale in which Imladris lies, and bring back knowledge to aid Gondor. Where did he go? Before I set forth, my father impressed upon me the need for secrecy. Enemies can lurk everywhere, my son, he told me. Remember that Gondor needs you. Return with the knowledge of the half-elven can provide as quickly as you can. More quietly, if you deem the quest to be a foolhardy one. I assure you that I would not abandon the quest and departed at first light, taking the Rest Road into Rohan. And this is Rohan.
As is custom, I called upon Theoden, king of Rohan, upon arriving at his city.
All right. Greetings to you, Boromir, son of Denethor. You are welcome to Meduseld, ruling seat of Theoden King.
Hold! Who comes here?
It is Boromir, son of the Steward of Gondor, captain of the White City. He is known to Rohan and is a friend.
Is that so? These are dangerous times, and friends must be judged more carefully than before. The king is indisposed, and will see no one today.
I was denied my audience with Theoden, but I did speak with others of his court.
Right?
Theoden's door ward is named Hammer. He seemed a good man.
All right.
The man Grima had a foul look. I did not like him.
He's not alone in that. Ah, other people. Let's see. Here we have Eomer.
I sparred for a time with Eomer, nephew of Theoden, a good man.
Okay. Here is Eowyn.
I know not what to make of Eowyn, the king's niece. Are all women of Rohan so eager to fight?
Well, that I don't know, but Igfrith might have an idea. And Theodred.
May Theoden recover from his illness, but if he does not, Theodred will be a good king.
All right.
I could not tarry long at Edoras.
My obligation to call upon Theoden satisfied as best as I could manage, I left Edoras and continued my journey. I would pass through the Gap of Rohan and then turn north for lands that I'd never seen. The Gap of Rohan? But as I neared the fords of Isen, to my surprise, I encountered someone I had not expected to see. I dismounted to speak with him. Oh? Uh-oh. Hail to you, son of Gondor! What errands bring you such haste to my borders? It is an errand of some urgency for the kingdom of Gondor. But I should not speak of it. I see. There was a time when the wisdom of wizards was much sought after. I mean no offense. I fully understand neither the need for secrecy nor my journey's purpose. What power can there be in Imladris that might aid Gondor? Imladris? You seek the haven of Elrond Half-Elven? Why? I beg your pardon, my lord, but I have said too much already.
Too much and yet nothing at all, son of Gondor. But I will not let you pass Isengard without the benefit of my knowledge. The refuge that you seek lies in a northern dale, guarded by sharp-eyed elves. If you plan to treat them with the same discourtesy you have shown me, you had best turn around and save your own skin.
It has been said that wizards are quick to anger. Saruman, at least, did not prove an exception.
Yep. I feared that I had offended Saruman, but I tried not to brood upon it. I had not called upon him and his home, after all. If he should leave his tower and the Vale of Isengard to interrupt my quest, let him bear the burden of my unpracticed tongue. I am a frightened man, fighting man, yes, as I have said before, and I am unused to the ways of wizards. I resumed my journey. I was already a long way from Gondor, but there was longer to go. Apparently so. That's quite a journey.
Beyond the Gap of Rohan, I saw no sign of trouble for countless miles.
Beyond the Gap of Rohan, the wide fields of Enenwythe lay before me, and I saw no sign of trouble. To me, it seemed an empty land, and the days passed beneath cloudless skies as I journeyed north. But as I descended the slopes towards the ruins of Tharbad, I knew the river crossing would be difficult. I released my steed, setting his eyes towards the bountiful grasses of the Swanfleet before I left him, and I made the crossing myself. Shortly afterwards, I was set upon by orcs, and that's when I found Pinewing. Alright, and let's see. How about the plated helm? Yes.
That is my tale. You have no doubt heard more exciting stories than this.
You've heard more exciting stories, and were I to speak of our mighty efforts in Gondor's defenses, you would hear one such, but time is wasting. What do you say about that, Minel, dear?
Could I speak with you alone for a moment?
Let us just walk to the northeast, right over there. Okay. I suppose we could do that. I don't know if we can trust this captain of Gondor, Pinewing. Remember the words of Regolith. She told us to guard our trust with care, for even seeming allies could harbor treachery in their hearts. Neither do I exclude Aefrith from this warning, but Boromir rode right by Isengard on his way north, and even admitted that he spoke with Saruman. How can we trust his conversation with the White Wizard was as he described? We can't. I think that we should keep what we know of the White Hand to ourselves, for now, just in case Boromir has fallen under the sway of the traitor wizard. We can travel together, at least until we reach Breeland and the Dunedain, but we should keep an eye on both of our companions. Regolith believed that we stood on the very precipice of danger, and I think that she spoke true. Here, take this map of Cartland, show it to the others, and see what they recommend for our course. Okay. Well, here's a map of what lies ahead.
You've decided we should travel together.
I believe your friend will suggest that we should not, but I find the idea agreeable for now. Should my own course not align with yours, I will depart, and without hard feelings. My own journey's end lies in a hidden dale, Pinewing. further north than this map tells. Perhaps Meneldir will unveil a second map when we draw nearer to the Breeland, and that one will mark my destination? But perhaps not. My father said the dale was hidden after all. Alright, and what does Aefrid say?
It pleases me to hear that Meneldir will not turn away the captain of Gondor.
It pleases me that he won't turn away the captain, for the men of that land are warriors strong and true, and in past days they have been hearty friends of Rohan, and we of them. These names are unfamiliar to me, Padwain, so different from those of my own land. I can't begin to understand how to speak some of these places aloud. Boromir is not the only one of us who is far from their homeland. I will follow Meneldir until we find the Rangers of the North, for Rohan lies withering while I am away, and I can't return with the thing that I seek. I fear the kingdom will die. Alright. Well, it looks like they agreed to come with us.
Then we are agreed. Our road leads north.
Our road leads north, and that means that we must pass through the city and travel north along the Greenway towards the Breeland. We should defeat more of the creatures that lie between us and the northern walls of the city, and I suggest that we scout the gaps in the encircling wall at several locations before we leave TitanBar behind us. Once that is accomplished, we can meet up just north of the city to plan our further courses. Okay, so I need to defeat 12 foes and find gaps in the wall. Alright, well, I'm sure we should have no trouble finding a dozen foes, especially with how readily they like to present themselves. There you go. One down. And I'm sure many more to go. Right? The orcs appear to have patrols everywhere. I wonder if this is one of the gaps. Guess we'll find out in a moment. It looks like it's right next to a campsite. Oh, we can deal with these also. That defiler seems not be paying much attention. But we can deal with him very easily. There you go. Oh, hi! Is this the gap? This gap of the wall should provide a good view of the countryside. Alright, then let's have a look. To the northwest, you see activity amongst the distant outbuildings of TitanBar. Okay, guess we could check that place. We could also deal with the local orcs. 2 at a time, apparently. And we'll just add a third to the list. Oh, a nice, even dozen. Ah, here's the other gap. The rolling hills of Readymore could hide any number of dangers. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. So what's the plan, Meneldir?
And that is TitanBar behind us.
If the crossing of the Great Flood proves the worst experience in our journey, I'll count as fortunate. I fear it won't be so, though it's likely to be the wettest. Did Hegwin dislike the damp and cold of the Wade water? He's fortunate he had no need to cross the Great Flood, and under the watchful eye of his parents, it will be many years before he might. But now we must turn our eyes towards our own road. Cartland awaits, and within its bounds we will find my friend Narndir,
who will know the location of the chieftain of the Dunedain. Then will Ifrit's purpose be attained and Aron as well. Perhaps then Boromir can set on the proper course, and you will dine with me at the Prancing Pony before we part. But we're not there yet. We must take one step at a time, lest the trip upon our own feet. Okay, well, I suppose we take some armor then, which is nice upgrade.
Our first destination will be the town of Herna, a village of farmers and traders to the northwest.
I suppose we could do that. Yes, our first destination will be Herna, where the Greenway coming south meets the road coming north out of Enedwythe. When last I came this way, the tavern at Herna was a pleasant enough place, although it could not truly compete with the Prancing Pony for entertainment and company. Crossway House, it is called, a two-story building near the south gate. Well, let's be off. Let us be off. And I'll meet you there at the Crossway House when we return for the next episode of Captain of the River.